Hey there, how's it going? So I've been listening to my opposition, right? Because I've been left wing my whole life. I've been very liberal. I've had some right wing views. I love my guns. I love to hunt. I love my freedom of speech. Don't you fucking tell me I can't say Merry Christmas. Um, but I've always been left wing because there's points on the right that they feel very strongly about that I feel very strongly the other way, and so I've been looking at opposition lately, especially lately, and all arguments, right? Like I'm not picking and choosing what I want to listen to. I'm listening to everything I can, right? What's playing next? I'm gonna let it play on in my ear as I work. Uh, sometimes I do have to switch the video because like many of the right wing um, guys out there, they're very attacking, right? Like, so it's like demonizing. I don't even want to say attacking, right? I'm not a fucking snowflake. I don't feel attacked. No, but it's demonizing, right? So like, as soon as like you're taking trying to take a human element out of it, as soon as you're trying to take like the real aspect that we are all Americans out of it, and calling me un-American, or that I hate you, or that you hate me because of my political stance. I don't like that whatsoever. I don't feel that way. There are some people that we differ morally on, and yeah, I mean, on a moral stance, I don't like you. Bottom line, I'm not going to concede to you. But my favorite so far has been Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro, super articulate, super smart guy. Love this guy. He does his research. He's well spoken. He talks like a bullet, right? So he gets a lot of information out there real goddamn quick, and he's very smart with it. And he's got the facts to back most all of it up. Some of it is personal feelings, so I can't place any facts to it. But when he's got when he has an opinion, he does a good job of articulating it and backing it up with the information that he's able to resource to show why he does. And so I've been listening to a lot of him. One thing I listened to recently was him on healthcare, right? Universal healthcare. I just had some questions and maybe a couple arguments for him. I don't know if you fucking watch this shit or not. So yeah, if so, hit me up. I'm looking. By all means, uh, I can sit down and do a whole bunch of homework and really get into a spirited debate. I enjoy my homework, doing notes and shit all the time. So I wanted to talk to you about our current healthcare free market versus the healthcare free market that we want versus universal healthcare versus basic universal healthcare, right? So like basic universal healthcare, right? Like the poorest of the poor can now, they'll go to the doctor, and it's not going to be a great doctor, and they're going to have long lines, and it's going to be, depending on where you're at, you're going to be kind of shit out of luck, which is where you're at anyway, right? With these like some states have it and whatnot, but it's poorly funded. It's hard to get the money for it. It's hard to get people to vote for any kind of tax increase. And I know like a 1% tax increase overall, like flat across the board for whatever income you make, is a very unpopular idea, right? Like it's super unpopular trying to raise your tax. Oh, it's 1% for this, then it's one. This is just one step towards trying to raise up the poverty line, right? I'm trying to raise it up. That's all my thought is that in what ways can we help out Americans, get government back to working for people instead of restricting people, instead of making a shit ton of laws that make you a criminal, instead of trying to restrict freedom of speech and take away basic liberties. Like let's bring it back to the people, right? Like, make government work for us. Tighten it down. Get it smaller. It's too big. It's too shitty. When something's too big, it's gonna fucking fail, right? Like I don't know, just fucking anything, man. You get anything too big, it collapses in on itself, or it's unsustainable, or it's just, um, it becomes so concreted that it's its own thing, right? Um, and it's gotten there. It totally gotten there, especially in liberal cities where they just keep passing these laws to try to take people out of poverty by shoving money at them, and that doesn't work. But what about a basic universal health care, right? So like, so as soon as you're a U.S. citizen, not on your way to be a U.S. citizen, but like maybe if you got a visa, right? You got a visa. If you're here legally, then what about just a basic healthcare, universal, all the way around, 1% tax on everybody, and everybody can have this super basic fucking healthcare, right? So like if you got the supplemental, which would make all other healthcare supplemental, right? Like you want better doctors, you want better quality, you want better surgeons being called in when you're looking to get surgery, then you pay the extra money for the good insurance that covers everything else, which would probably just completely get rid of the fact that you even have this basic healthcare, except for like very few things that the insurance companies will no longer have to worry about covering, and should save them a lot of money in work and in payouts if basic universal health care did take up some of this slack, right? Some of these things that they could be doing that they don't, doesn't need to be itemized to the insurance company, right? Like, so the insurance company is paying for the doctor, is paying for the procedure, is paying for the expensive equipment that goes to you, whereas the gauze and the scissors and oh shit, what I get a bill for not that long ago? Oh, the thermometer thing, the thing that the sheet that goes on the thermometer, I got a bill for that. I know it was $2. It was itemized out in the whole thing that I had to call and get for, because otherwise it was just a goddamn bill telling me I owed this much money, and I had to call and I had to get through and I had to sit on hold forever to get an itemized bill of what I'm being charged for and what's not being covered by insurance and all that stuff. So, and why it's not being covered by insurance. So if basic universal health care covered these things, then you would be taking a huge load off of the insurance companies, plus the Americans, especially poorer Americans, which are raising in number all the time, right? Our wages have stagnated. Unions have disrupted our workstations. Like, I'll get to unions later. And then after so many years of like a basic universal healthcare, we can go back, we can review it, we can make amenities to it that we see needs to be changed, and what needs to be backed up. Is it just not working? Do we need to scrap the whole damn thing? But I think it would help out the free market. I think it would help lower costs for the insurers as well as the insured. And I just want to know what you think about all that. And that's just arguments, ideas that I have for Ben Shapiro. To hear from you. I'm always watching.